me a nice cup of coffee. Should we sit this morning? Where should we sit this morning? Oh, nephews and nieces are all gone. Got a little more space, a little more quiet, a lot more space, a lot more quiet, but less family. Feels kind of funny. Feels funny. Let's just, well, hold on. Chip, yeah, I see Chip's there. Chip, I'm excited to have you here. Get my water. There we go. Oh, good morning, Julie and Chip and Brock. And it's really just the three of us, or the four of us. If we count Brock, it's just gonna be the four of us, but it's gonna be really awesome. Hold on here, that'll have to do. I mean, it looks pretty darn good. I like to show off Julie's art though. And I like to have my cup of coffee down here. That's kind of nice. That's a pretty good overall angle. So let's rock with this. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy. Hello, Peter. And this is Coffee with Ken. It is Monday morning, July 28th. I mean, I don't know if time goes faster because I do this show or time just goes faster because I'm getting older, and I focus on the days every day because I say the date every day and I'm going, holy crap. It's almost August 2025. I still think it's 2023. Where'd the last 2 years go? I don't know. I mean, honestly, if I look at them, it is a little bit of a blur. And I've been in the most stable spot I've been in the last 2 years. What have I lived here? I mean, just for 4 months. That's funny, but just 4 months, own place, no fear or worry about having to move next week or next month. Maybe that's why time's going a little quicker. Because I'm more stable. Good morning, Under Sky, and good morning, Ashley. Well, life's good. Yeah, life was probably even good then, but it was still challenging. And it's still challenging, Julie. But anyway, again, my name's Ken Tracy. It is Monday morning. It's 8:01. It is July 28th. Happy Monday. This is a little show. Yeah, I shave my head and face with the same razor every day. I mean, occasionally I'll miss a day, but rarely. Sometimes, I mean, if you flip through my massive, awesome video library, you'll find periodically times where I'll go a week without shaving. I just don't find it very comfortable. I don't find it very comfortable. Why do you like money so much? I mean, I don't want to drop into Christianity and Bible, and it might not just be Christianity, but I'd say you're worshiping false idols if you love money so much. And idols that will probably disappoint you in life. Yeah. But anyway, this is a show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show about me talking. Oh, it's a show about me sharing some feelings, kind of sharing a little bit about the ups and downs we have in life. Kind of sharing the adventure that is my life, at least. Yeah. But for those that have been watching a while, you know, it's not just a show about me talking. You know, it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me, and I am so excited to take my first sip. Julie Flanagan, you'll be excited to know what type of coffee it is this morning, but I won't tell you just yet. So my hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh, almost wasn't ready for it. Been drinking the easy flavored drinking of the pumpkin spice coffee over the last several days. Bought a bag of Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice that I found at the store. That same day, I found a bag of Black Rifle Beyond Black coffee. And I'm enjoying that this morning. So let's have another sip. Oh. Hello, Adriel Benish. Cheers to you, Julian Chip. Hello, Pez Faith and Zane. If I wasn't named Ken, Zane might be a fun name to have. I don't know if I'd spell it Z-A-I-N like this individual, or Z-A-N-E like, was there a Zane Grey? Is Zane short for anything? I mean, I think it's kind of an interesting name. Seems like it's short for something. Beyond Black. Yeah, that's the name of the coffee under Sky. It's nice. It's got just a little different flavor. Zane is Arabic. Zane is Western. All right. So there are two Zanes. And even though I'm not Arabic, it's not Zainathan. And I'm not even reading your comments anymore, Chip. It's not Zainathan. Yeah, no, it's nice. I got Julie and Julie hooked on it, and Steve's not happy. Steve, prudent as he is more of a value shopper, like me, and struggles with spending $15 on a bag of coffee. Julie, devil-may-care attitude that she has, buys whatever the heck she wants. And what Julie wants is the Black Rifle Beyond Black coffee. You think my gimbal mic is broken? It keeps cracking. Well, I'm not using a mic on my gimbal. I don't see anybody else saying it, Travis, so yeah, I don't think so. But thank you for caring. Hello from Algeria. Teeter, it's been a long weekend. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. Oh, what a good weekend. A good weekend. I wonder why that is. Let's take it off here. Yeah, I knew Algeria was in Africa. I know Algeria. And Algiers. Yeah. Would you give symposium about my experience with Joe Lopez at the Mile Music? No. Why? I don't know. I'm not going to say that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Julie, the sound fine. The sound was fine. You're saying, Julie? Yeah. Oh. But anyway, it's Monday morning. It is Monday morning. All right. Hold on, I'm going to take you guys on an adventure. Just a little bit of an adventure. Let's gimble it up. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Well, tell you what, anybody whose sound isn't working fine, how about you tune off today? How about you tune off today? Maybe I just want to talk to Julie today. Maybe that'd be best. You know? Maybe I should just, maybe that's what God wanted. So anyway, where were we? Where were we? Where were we? Monday morning. And it was a long weekend. A good weekend. Had my nieces and nephews in. Worked Friday and Sunday. Working today. Hello, Fred Hinkle. How are you? How are you? How do I take my coffee? I take it black. Black as night. Beyond black, some say. I'm not Bruce Willis. I might have to go to subscriber only. I might have to go to subscriber only. I think that I will. Good morning, pumpkin pie from sunny Wisconsin. Can I walk to work? No, I cannot. Let's see. Let's see. Let us see. There we go. Too many people interrupting my coffee. I thought this morning maybe it'd be good to just do my coffee quiet. Sitting here and kind of pondering my thoughts and letting the thoughts run wild. But then I thought, I got a streak going. I usually go live every morning. It's funny, one of my nephews was wondering how often I don't go live, and I told him I'd only missed 2 times in the last year and a half, I'd say, or over a year at least. And he was going, yeah, he wants to start a channel, but I think a lot of people want to, but I think you gotta almost be crazy to start a small business, to start a YouTube channel. I think we're all a little crazy. I know we're all a little crazy. Holy crap. It's hard for me. It's hard for me because I struggle not understanding why we all don't get along or I don't know. Are my niece and nephews grown? Well, they're between 16 and 26. Matiko, I don't think it's a matter of nerve. You're not afraid to go live. Matiko Dillard said, I've missed only 2 times and you've got the nerve to go live 2 times. I'm guessing that it's not nerves that's your issue, Matiko. Well, again, I think it might take a little bit of craziness to go live every morning and have people interrupt what could be a nice, easy conversation with a friend by saying a lot of stupid stuff or trying to distract you. Do my nephews and nieces look up to me? Well, I'm taller by far than most of them. The third son, Isaac, is almost as tall as me, but he's got a big afro, if you will. With the hair, he might be taller, but eye to eye, I see above him. Did the conversation with my nephews and the protesters almost come to blows? No, I don't think so at all. But my nephews are very passionate, and one of the nephews was more of just watching, but my nephew Jesse reads a lot and is very passionate and strong believing in what he believes in. And I respect that. You know, I'm not one to seek out, I'm one to avoid confrontation or quarrel if possible. And apparently he's not. Yeah, apparently he's not. I mean, I respect that in a lot of ways, because, I don't know, he's got opinions, and the people on the street had opinions, and they were not in agreement. What were they protesting? Well, there were guys out there that were, like, the Free Palestine movement often has people out with signs and such. At the farmer's market in Appleton, and my nephews and nieces' father is Jewish, so they look at things differently and wanted to share their thoughts. Yeah. What would his stream be about? I think that's the first thing. Who said they've only gone live twice? Is that person still here? Because somebody asked, what would my nephew's stream be about? I have no idea. I have no idea. That's what's fun about my stream, is I just kind of do this. I drink coffee and talk with you guys. I don't have to and so people hop on and ask, what's this show about? Like it's about cooking or golf or fishing or sobriety or Christianity or mental health. And no, it's about wherever our conversation leads us. It's about you and me and some coffee. All right, Matiko, you want to do a show, right? What do you want to talk about on your show, Matiko? What do you want and I mock myself saying this. What do you want your show to be about? My show's not about anything specific, but is that or are you trying to talk about something? I'm wondering why you're nervous to go on. Stevie Official got a new punching bag to go with his speed bag. You do music yourself, so you're performing, you're playing a guitar or a piano or something like that in front of a live audience? Yeah, I would imagine. I mean, maybe this takes nerve or something. Maybe you're worried about what other people think. I mean, I'm sure we all are. I'm sure we are all worried about what other people think. I'll tell you what, most other people are loony. So Matiko, what I would recommend to you is stop worrying about what other people think of you on your music or your content creation, or really, mostly as you go through life. Yeah, you're worrying about the critics, Matiko. You're worried about somebody saying your music sucks, or you're ugly, or your song sucks, or you don't know how to play the guitar. And some people will. Some people will. Okay, Matiko says he can do it in front of a live audience. It's being on the other side of his screen that's messing you up. Well, next time you're performing live in front of a live audience, maybe turn on your camera as well. Maybe turn on your camera. Yeah, I had a woman called me weird yesterday. She thought I was weird, I think because I'm being me, which is friendly and nice. And to her, friendly and nice is weird. You know, so you're gonna get people saying things about you. Yeah. Some people make YouTube videos and leave the comments off. The comments on YouTube aren't particularly mean. But I'd like it to be a place where people can talk and even voice their opinion. It's ridiculous. I posted the picture of my nephews talking to the Free Palestine people. I made no judgment. I'm not making a judgment here. I don't really have a horse in the race. I'm not pro-Palestine or Israel, really. I mean, I probably have an Israeli bias just because I live in the US, but I would like everyone to get along. But either way, I started getting attacked on the Facebook stream. People that didn't know me said I'm a classic narcissist and I'm a creep. It was so weird. I go, holy smokes. And I'll tell you what, if you're trying to support a cause, and these ladies were evidently trying to be the Free Palestine cause, calling me a creep doesn't make that cause look very nice and kind. And honestly, I'm disappointed by their representation, because I'm assuming the people that are worried about the people in Palestine are good people. But I don't think these two were, because they were calling me a creep, and I don't even know why. I didn't do anything. No, but on Facebook, it's really quite funny. Look up the Appleton Area Discussion Group on Facebook. It was a picture in the farmer's market of my nephews engaging peacefully with people that felt passionate about Palestine. And I didn't make any mean comments or biased comments. I said my nephews aren't afraid to engage in a heated discussion, even at the farmer's market. I wasn't even picking sides. But I had people lashing out, calling me a creep. It's really kind of strange. Yeah. Well, they can wonder why I post it, but it doesn't make me a creep. They said, I mean, honestly, they said I said lots of hateful things. I found that kind of funny. As they were insulting me, they said I, who said nothing negative, said lots of hateful things. I thought it was fairly ironic. The problem for me when I get mean comments is I want to lower myself to their level and engage with them and insult back. And when I feel that way, I feel bad inside. And I don't mind being hated on, but I mind the feeling I get, not because what they're saying hurts me, but it causes me to want to lash back out, if that makes sense. And if you lash back out and you're a decent person, you're not going to feel very good about it. Hey, somebody hopped on that's 10 months sober. Congratulations to you on being 10 months sober. That's awesome. 10 months. That means you stopped at the end of September last year. Somebody's asking if Facebook is primarily for boomers. I don't think Facebook is primarily for boomers. I actually think Facebook has huge growth potential in young people. I think there was a stigma attached to Facebook that it was just for old people. But I see young people hopping on. My daughter, who's 19, has an account and liked one of my pictures or videos yesterday. And I see that happening. And I think there's something to Facebook that makes sense. I don't think you're as apt to go viral like you are here on various other social media platforms. It generally is reaching out to people you know. And here on YouTube, it's generally reaching out to people you don't know. The young ones don't want us old ones, so they continue to run from where we go. Yeah, but again, I still think that's a huge growth market for Facebook, because I think there's something good about Facebook too. Somebody says they use Facebook all the time and they're 26, they have 5,200 followers on there and almost 50 grand on Instagram, both with the blue check mark. Well, I don't know what that means. Is it a challenge for you, Minnie? You stopped drinking. I'll tell you, I got home from work last night. My nieces and nephews left. They're young. I had to go to work at like 10:30. They weren't ready to leave at 10:30. And we went to the grocery store the other day. One of my nephews asked for us to pick up a bottle of vodka and some orange juice because he wanted to have some screwdrivers. I was somewhat hesitant. I mean, they're my sister's kids. I mean, they're adults. One's 26, one's 25. I don't drink. Plus, there was something for me about buying vodka that I thought was extra poisonous. I don't know if that makes sense. If they would have asked for like a 6-pack of beer, I don't know. But either way, I was debating. I was looking at the vodka. I debated buying a real cheap, larger bottle of vodka. And then I came across Tito's, which is a nice vodka, if memory serves. And they had this it was actually kind of a cute little bottle. I don't know how much was in it. Somebody knows. But it was like $8.99 for a bottle. It might have had 16 ounces or so, maybe 10, 12, some amount of vodka that's enough to make several drinks, but not a ton. Because I didn't really want a bottle of vodka hanging around my house. But either way, they left. I got home last night. There were two things that I found that I didn't feel I needed in my house. One was a small bottle of Tito's with about this much in the fridge left. I don't think I'd be tempted to drink it ever. But to me, it just looks like poison in my fridge. And the other thing, and this miffed me a little bit even more than the vodka, was the tub of ice cream I bought before, the good tasting Moose Tracks. I think it was Kemp's. Was in there, was in the freezer, but there was about wasn't even a half a bowl left. Somebody clearly didn't want to finish it, but they might as well have. You know what I mean? So I'm sitting there with just a bottle of vodka with about this much left. I almost thought of making a video of me pouring it out, but then I decided not to. And a tub of ice cream with barely any ice cream left in it. I poured out the vodka and I threw out the tub of ice cream because a little bit of ice cream would have just made me want to have more. Kind of like a little bit of the vodka, if I would have chosen to drink it, would have made me want to have more. John Brown says, if you're a real alcoholic, you're passing up the $8.99 Tito's bottle for the $10.99 cheap vodka full handle. Oh yeah, John. But again, I wasn't buying it for a party or for me to last. And honestly, I didn't feel the need for any of us, least of all me, but my older nephews to get real drunk. So I thought, well, I would have preferred had they wanted a 6-pack of beer or a 12-pack, because something about vodka seems extra toxic to me. Yeah. Did I order them some Zaz? No. What did we have for dinner? Well, what did we have on Friday? I mean, they got in on Friday night at like 10 o'clock. And I think they stopped. I made some nachos and served various snack foods. But we didn't really have a dinner. Again, they got in at about 10. We went for a walk and came back and watched a movie or something like that. And on Saturday, we went out. Isaac was super excited to cook. And there was some debate. It was interesting. I didn't care. I just wanted them to have a good time. And but Isaac, who likes to cook, wanted to make spaghetti and meatballs. And my niece, Naomi, definitely wanted to go out for dinner. I didn't really care, and the older boys didn't care too much. But we settled on meatballs and spaghetti, and it was really nice. It's good. Got leftovers. Had some last night. Yeah, I'm in restaurants and bars. I worked at a wine bar. I was serving wine last fall. I talk about it a lot and people get angry about it. I think you have to, and what brought this whole conversation up? Somebody said it's hard not drinking alcohol. Whoever said they were 10 months sober said it was really hard not drinking alcohol. And I think that means they probably still want to drink alcohol. And I don't want to. I mean, occasionally it seems like it might be fun being buzzed. But I just know it's bad. Yeah. Did I show them The Chosen? Well, they were raised in a very Christian household, and their mother loved the show The Chosen. And they were actually pretty darn interested in it. Yeah. John Brown would rather have spaghetti meatballs hanging out with family, friends, compared to going out any day. Yeah. And that's what we did, and I'll tell you what, I have leftovers. Would you care to see the leftovers? I don't need to show you the leftovers. But I was tempted to. What I might need to do is get some more Black Rifle coffee. I'll tell you what though, when you're making dinner and you have 4 siblings in a 1-bedroom apartment and me trying to be the relaxed uncle, and one of them wants to cook, and the other 3 are kind of watching, going, hey, Isaac, do this. Hey, do this, do this. Oh, no, you're doing this. Well, you need to add cheese. You need to add salt. You need to add butter. Relaxed, mellow Uncle Ken found himself getting a little stressed out from time to time. I am a great man with a lot of good experiences. Well, thank you, Infinity Raja. I don't know that I'm a great man, but I definitely have lots of experiences. Teeter says he wishes he had an uncle like me to hang out with. I would bet I'm the fun uncle. I would bet I'm a cool uncle. I'm certainly, again, I don't want to lecture them on the sins of drinking or pot smoking or whatever. But I'm hoping my experience provides them some guidance and they can see Uncle Ken and remember, hey, Uncle Ken used to be drunk and smoking pot every day, and now he's not, and he says life is better. And hopefully they gain something from that. Any crusty bread? Well, JV Joe, let me show you. And I'm gonna get some coffee. We bought this because I'll tell you what, you buy bread like this along with Parmesan and olive oil, and I'll tell you what, there's different types of Parmesan, we all know it. But I prefer, if you are doing, hold on, I'm teaching the wisdom of my cooking experience. As a guy that's been a single guy a lot of his life, if you want to get like French or Italian bread, which is so good, dipped in olive oil and Parmesan, it's delicious. It's a wonderful appetizer if you're cooking any, or if you're just laying around your apartment and you want to get some bread and some oil. But I think you'd have a tendency to think the real Parmesan cheese that looks like this would be better. I think you'd be wrong. I think you're better off getting the shake Parmesan cheese to mix with the olive oil. It creates this delicious sort of pasty yumminess to dip your bread in. And I'll tell you what, it's delicious. You add hot peppers, okay, yeah. Hot peppers. Wait, Chip. I try with you, Chip. I try. But I mean, you seem like such a good guy. You're so wrong in so many ways. I just don't know what's going on. Hold on, we're coming over here because my phone is getting a little low on charge. I woke this morning at about 7:50. You're with Chip? Julie. I got nobody with me. What's gross? Oil and Parmesan? It's delicious. Well, I mean, you guys can think it's gross. You guys can come on over and I'll serve it. And I won't have to share any with you guys. John Brown, don't worry about buying my merch. I mean, I don't even have any merch, but I appreciate you saying that. Here is 1900 o'clock. Sounds like 7 p.m. That sounds like 7 p.m. I'm gonna grab a little water. Hold on. Hold on, you guys gotta sit there. You don't have to sit there. I'm coming back. I just wanted a little cold water. So, what time is it? 8:36. Hey, nobody was talking while I was gone. Nobody? Oh, you're talking about the Parmesan cheese. Oh no, it tastes better, I'll tell you that. Think what you want, but it tastes better and it mashes up better as a paste. It does. Oh yeah. No, I know you hoity-toity eaters would think the real Parmesan is better. And I'm sure health-wise it probably is. But as far as taste, in this instance, it's not as good. Did I show off my nieces and nephews any good breakfast spots? I mean, we went to a Coca after the farmer's market on Saturday, which is kind of a coffee shop meets I mean, I prefer a breakfast joint with big omelets and hash browns and grills with fat people scooping up stuff in the back and giving me more food than I need. A Coca's more of a coffee shop. And I don't know, their food comes out kind of prettier. So we went to Coca for breakfast. I've moved on from the cheese chip. But anyway, it's Monday morning. I worked all day yesterday. I get to work today a little later. I don't want to say it was great being back at work, but after a few days off and spending money and not accumulating any, it felt good being back to work and making some money yesterday. It'll be good again going tonight. Trying to transition to job 2. It's hard to transition to job 2. Somebody reached out hoping I'd work for them at job 2 yesterday. But I said, I'm sorry, I'm at job 1 all day. Which was especially, painful's not the right word, but I make more at job 2. It would have been nice to go to job 2. I would have made more in less time. But I stayed loyal to job 1. Infinity Raja says they're 36 years old, you're married 3 years ago, you have no kid, do I think it's late for you? Well, first of all, are you a man or a woman? I don't think it's too late for you either way. Are you trying to have kids? You've been married for 3 years, are you trying to have kids? I think you're a man, okay. Then why would it be too late for you? I didn't have my first till I was 37. I don't know if it's for everybody, but I had 2 in my 50s. So no, it's not too late for you. I think being a father or being a parent is probably one of the coolest things you'll ever experience. So if you're 36 years old and you're married and your wife's down with it, I wish you fertility going forward and kids to love on. Right? Why the heck not? John, he's already married, Infinity Rasha. So hopefully he's found the right person. We'll have to assume he is. It would be tough being elderly and trying to juggle kids. Well, what's elderly? What is elderly? Ronaldo has many kids. You thought it's late. The soccer player? Does he have a lot of kids? I did not know. But anyway, does anyone know how long roses in little plants like this bloom for? Is this plant gonna die at some point, or is this gonna be an ever-blooming rose plant? Because if it is, it was the best rose plant I've ever bought. I bought it a few weeks ago for like 12 bucks, and it's still kicking out these pretty yellow roses. Does anyone know? Over the age of 65 and you're elderly. I don't know. What is elderly? You define it as being over 65. I see why you define it as that. But I would have thought 56, almost 57 was fairly elderly as well. And I don't feel really elderly at all. My neck just cracked, and when I get up, I feel a little sore. I certainly don't want to run a race or anything. Repot, Julie says. So what Julie's saying, I need a bigger pot because I can't plant them outside. So you say I buy a bigger pot and put these in it, Julie? Is that what you're saying? All my plants might need repotting because they continue to grow. Erin over there's the Monstera is becoming, I mean, she's shooting out leaves left and right. My hibiscus currently has no flowers. Hold on, let's show it to you. There it is. There's my hibiscus with no flowers, just a lot of green, but blooms. It's gonna bloom again. Wait, eventually, yes. What do you mean eventually? You're giving me mixed messages, Julie Flanagan. 55, my place is pretty good for plants. That's, I think you go back in my videos 2 or 3 months ago and I didn't even have a plant. And people were saying, gosh, with all that light, you should get it some plants. And I started talking to a woman who said her name was Grace. I think she turned out to be a troll. Who said she was from Iowa. Said she'd help me pick out some plants. And one day I just went and did it. And then I added some. And I've added one more. So I have currently 4 plants in here. There was a vendor at the farmer's market on Saturday who had various plants, little like aloe type plants. What are those called? The plants that don't need a lot of water. But one of them was like it wasn't a Venus flytrap, but it was the same sort of thing where it had a cup where the fly goes down and gets stuck in the nectar or whatever, and then the plant digests it. I assume it can create energy from the sunlight like most plants and doesn't just need the protein of the fly. Because I was wondering, do I have enough flies in my apartment? But part of me was wondering, fruit flies are annoying as heck, those little tiny little flies. And I wonder if it would gobble those up. John Brown, the hibiscus is doing well, and it blooms all the time. It fell. It's so interesting, the hibiscus, because it blooms and the flowers last like a day. And yesterday at this time, it had 3 or 4 spectacular flowers on it, and they fell off. And by the end of the day, I think the top's going to have several nice blooms on it. It's got some, I guess they're called, not bulbs, but flowers that haven't yet flowered on the top that almost look like they're ready to explode. Yeah. Hey, John Travolta's on. Succulents, thank you. Jolly Rancher and pumpkin pie. Succulents, yeah, those are the ones that don't need a heck of a lot of water. While my hibiscus, Julie Flanagan, write this down, needs watered almost daily. Do I shave my head or am I naturally bald? My nephews were talking about this. They were going, hey, you know, if you didn't shave, would you have any hair? I don't think anybody loses the hair around here. I don't know why that is. I have no PhD in hair loss. But I don't think male pattern baldness occurs up here. And for me, it wasn't receding as much as just thinning. The amount of hairs per any measurement you want was thinning out. And thinning hair isn't a great look, I didn't think. So I shaved it, and I still shave it. But if I didn't shave it, I would have normal thickness hair. My nephews were wondering if I should grow that out or if I've ever tried. I'm going, why would I try? I don't think this look is a real good look. John Brown, it does explode. I think you're missing something. I don't need to talk to an AI chat about my hibiscus. It does explode. It just isn't at this moment. I pick up flowers that it drops every day. Did my nephews have any luck with the ladies in Appleton? Well, it'd be hard to have a whole lot of luck with the ladies when they are sleeping on an air mattress in their uncle's house with 3 of their siblings. No, and they actually never even went out. They were going to go out on Saturday night. I mean, they flirted a little bit. They don't mind engaging in conversation with protesters or ladies. Yeah, no, John, it does real well. It just, the flowers that it had yesterday fell out. It's between flowers. It blooms every day. It's really quite amazing, but it is doing well. Somebody just subbed to me. Well, thank you. What are my thoughts on only white communities? What does that mean, only white communities? I mean, I don't think they're communities that have rules. If there's a community that has no people of color and everybody's okay with it, it doesn't bother me. If there's a only black or only Hispanic community or only Asian community, I'm not going to be up in arms if, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think there's probably rules or signs. I don't think people should be discriminated against, but if a bunch of green people want to get together and live in a green neighborhood, I don't care. Somebody's trying to find inspiration to do the dishes and clean up the house this morning. Any advice? Oh, I have advice. Don't try and clean up the house. Clean up the sink. Wipe off a counter. If you have, say you have dishes in the sink, put the dishes that are in the sink in the dishwasher. If you don't have a dishwasher, hand wash the dishes that are in the sink and then clean the sink. And then get back to me. I think we're afraid to start something, a content creation channel, a painting business, a college, a relationship, because we want to clean the whole house or be married with kids or get a PhD. So we never even get started doing anything. And if you want to clean your house, put down the weight of the whole house and just sweep the floor. All right, yeah, okay, please be back. Sweep the floor, do something. Take a sponge and wipe down the counter. And you've cleaned the house. Is working 14-hour shifts normal? I don't know. Wait, let's see. Did I and my nephew work out at the gym? No, they were only here for like 36 hours. People are asking if they picked up women and, they were only here for, not very long. He did go down and stretch. Two of my nephews went out for runs. I didn't either. Come on back, Julie Flanagan. Yeah. You don't have to say sorry to me though, Julie. If you gotta go, you gotta go. I appreciate you hopping on. I wonder what's going on in Oshkosh today. I haven't been to Oshkosh in a while. I should go visit Julie Flanagan soon. Maybe I could cajole Steve and Julie into buying me a cup of coffee. So, yeah. Hip shooter, you sounded like you got your panties in a bunch. Are your panties in a bunch over something on my channel? And you're threatening to unsubscribe? You don't have to threaten to unsubscribe, hip shooter. I don't know who you are. You can just unsubscribe. I don't know why you're so upset. but you sound very upset about something. No need to be very upset. If you do not like this channel, if you do not like the way I look or what I'm saying, that's okay. Oh, okay, it might be YouTube censoring you. Well, I hope you're not saying anything really nasty. And if you are, I'm glad they're censoring you. But again, yeah, I'm not desperately begging people. I hope to gather a nice community of people that want to get along. And it seems hard because I think people that don't want to get along want to spoil the broth or something, whatever the expression is. Maybe I should confront the person from Facebook. That's giving them power. They mean nothing to me, and their opinions of me mean absolutely nothing. What would I do if I was 30 again? Hip shooter, you just said, what am I yammering about? You know, again, I think you're hostile, hip shooter. You are. Here, I'm going to make the decision. You can't watch my show anymore, hip shooter, because you've been hostile. Yeah. Yeah, again, I don't know. I think people come in here and think they can dictate the mood or the tempo of the conversation, and they can't. Like this guy was threatening to unsubscribe over something, and he said, what WTF? And I'm going, I don't even know what you're talking about, but you seem uptight. And yeah, it's weird. We don't have to be friends with everybody. If somebody is throwing off your vibe in life or on social media, just get rid of them. Don't hang out with people that are not cool. Hip shooter might be swell, but he was bogging out my video this morning and he was threatening to unsubscribe. I don't even know why. Then he asked what I'm yammering about. All right, go away. The air show was last week in Oshkosh, Richard L. Yeah. It was a big event. There was a ton of people. I didn't go, but people were coming up into Appleton and wearing like aeronautic company. I think a lot of companies send people there. And I don't think it's the same necessarily as like the one in Chicago, where it's just a bunch of people with their shirts off. I think people are there, I don't know what they're there for, but it seemed like there were aeronautics companies there. And people would fly in with their planes and do something. But it was a real big event. I did not go. Crowds kind of overwhelmed me a little bit. What would I do if I was 30 again? You know, if I could go back in time, but you can't. If I went back in time and I was 30, you know, and I started doing what I did a few years ago, which meant stop drinking, start doing good habits, go to church, have some faith that things will be okay. I think I would have been on my path a little sooner. But without the slips and falls and the divorces and the DUI and the whatever skin knees I had, without the mistakes I made, I wouldn't be who I am today, and I like who I am today. So to go back in time, if I was 30, you know, I would have been filled with adrenaline and the desire to have more children or mate or get drunk or make $1 million or whatever. And I was a different person back then. I would have hopefully focused on getting better at 30, because if you start they talk about starting a savings account early. I don't think enough people talk about instilling good habits early, because there's a compound effect on your interest in a savings account, but there's also a compound effect on the improvements you have in life. If you start eating healthier or exercising or going to church or forgiving yourself or stop drinking at a younger age, you're going to get huge returns over time. And, but it's never too late to start. And the best time to plant a tree was 30 years ago. But the second best time to plant a tree is today. So since you can't go back to when I was 30, or none of us can, you can start doing good things today. Somebody just said I'd be in my element in a crowd. I'd just be me. I'd be this. I think I used to hide being this and be bothered that somebody was called me a weirdo yesterday, and it would hurt my feelings. Or somebody called me a creep on Facebook yesterday. I'm okay if some people don't like me. Yeah. And I think you got to get to that point. And it's still sometimes, it doesn't hurt what they say, but it hurts when you want to retaliate or engage with them or call them dumb or hateful or whatever, or respond, you don't even know me. And then they lash out again, and then you just end up in a hostile argument, and your vibe, spirit, energy is lowered. So get out of that. Can responsible saving be considered a good habit? Sure. I mean, I don't know what responsible saving is by your definition. I would say having money and spending less is probably good habits. Shanna says we're all weird in our own way. We certainly are. I mean, yeah, everyone's very different. Why did they call me a creep? I don't know, Rod. I'll go look it up. It's on the Appleton discussion page. Appleton area discussion page. I don't know. It was really weird. I posted the picture of my nephews, and somebody said I'm a classic narcissist. Somebody said I say a bunch of hateful things, and I'm a creep. I kind of thought her calling me a creep was fairly hateful. I don't even know who it is. But such is life. Yeah. So yeah, my coffee's good. The sun is shining. It's Monday morning. I got a great night's sleep. It's 9 o'clock. And I'm looking forward to my day. Starting work a little later feels like I have some relaxed time this morning. So hopefully I'll get a few things done, but I'm not going to be too uptight about it either way. Hopefully I edit some videos, drink some coffee, eat some fruit, maybe get a quick workout in, and enjoy the warmth and the sunshine of Midsummer's Day here in Appleton, Wisconsin. So, yeah. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I hope you're had a great night's sleep. Your hot coffee is hot. You're feeling good. You're not carrying the worries or fears that are so easy to hold on to, and you're letting them go and you're putting them down, because life's a lot easier when you do. And it's something I work at every day. But I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.